What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the crazy surge of Tesla's stock and the reasons behind it all. So why Tesla's stock went up so much and what's been happening to the stock, what I think about it, and if I think it's still a buy at this point in time right now. So let's check it out. So what happened yesterday? The main thing that happened is that Tesla's price went up to $1,200 and they went up about 8%, so around $90. Why though? So let's talk about what happened. The main reason is because Tesla delivered 90,000 vehicles instead of the estimated 74,000 during this whole quarter. And what's crazy about it is that the economy was all shut down. They had some manufacturing plants that were closed and they still ended up beating their numbers by 15,000, which is kind of crazy. But how'd they do it? The main thing that happened is that their production dropped nearly 20% because their main factory in California was closed, but they ended up increasing their vehicle delivery by 2.5% by compensating at other manufacturing plants, which is really cool. They have a massive manufacturing plant in Shanghai, China, where they've been ramping up their production, and coronavirus was in China a bit earlier than it was in Canada and in the States. So they had to shut down their manufacturing plant for January and February, but they ramped it back up in March, and that's how they ended up compensating for their big California manufacturing plant shutdown. So they were able to increase their deliveries by 2.5%, even though the production was down 20%, which is kind of crazy. And what's good about all this news is that there's more and more demand in China for Tesla's vehicles. So they want to go electric, they want to get Tesla cars, and that's what's going to be happening in the next couple of months. So the fact that China is increasing their demand, there's a lot of deliveries going out there to China. The Shanghai factory is just going to keep running and outputting more vehicles. The California factory is going to get up and running again, and they'll be able to output more and more vehicles. So that's why everyone is, buying Tesla, and that's why everyone has so much hype around the stock, is because that they beat their numbers by around 15,000 deliveries during this whole coronavirus pandemic. So just imagine it when it's just a regular economy and when stuff are just going right. So let's look at Tesla's financials and see what I think about them and how I think their stock's going to do in the future, and if it's just overhyped right now or if it actually makes sense to have a stock price around $1,200 right now. So let's look at the TTM. What TTM is, it's basically the trailing 12 months. So what they've been doing during these past 12 months. Let's look right down here at their net income. So their net income is minus 144 million. So it's not good right now, but the main reason why people are buying into Tesla and holding it for the next couple of years, so people are not just buying Tesla to have it for, this year, 2021, 2022. They're looking at it 5 years down the line and see what they could do. They're looking at Tesla's battery company. They're looking at the amount of cars that they're putting out there, just going out there and installing electric chargers. There's a lot of stuff that Tesla is doing that a lot of other companies, car companies, are not doing and are miles behind throughout the whole electric vehicle race. So let's look back at their numbers. They're at minus 144 million during these past 12 months. We'll see what that looks like at the end of the year. But if we compare it to a couple of years before, so let's look at 2019, they were at minus 862 million. The year before that, 2018, minus 976 million. And let's look back at 2017 at almost minus 2 billion in net income, which is not good at all for the company, but now they're only at minus 144 million. So they're not making money, but the good news is that they're becoming more and more profitable. So it went from minus almost $2 billion in net income to now minus only $144 million in net income. It sounds like a lot of money, but for big companies like Tesla, it's not. If we look at their market cap is right now at $224 billion. So they're a massive company, and right now at $1,208, a lot of people look at Tesla for 5-10 years down the line and see what they're going to be able to do. If you look at, Amazon 10 years ago, where they were at, a lot of people thought that the price was overvalued back then, and they're at, $2,800 right now. So Tesla's still in the early stages. They're still in the early developments of their company. They only have, around 4 cars out. So they're still getting out there, developing more trucks. There's still the Cybertruck to come. There's still the Tesla Roadster that's going to come out. And with their whole solar panel business, the electric vehicle market that's just going to expand, Tesla's up there. They went up a lot in the past year or two. I remember looking at it about 12 months ago. I think I remember it was $230. So right now it's at $1,208. That would have been a 6x on my money. It's kind of a crazy ride to see it go up this much. We'll see what happens to it, but a lot of people are buying into what Tesla could be. If you look at the estimations by analysts, the current quarter right now, their sales growth were expected to be minus 24%. But if you look at next quarter, so even with the whole economy closed down, most of the year closed off, they're still expected to grow 13.2% in September 2020. And then next year, in 2021, they're expected to grow 39.3%. So that's why people are so excited about Tesla, is because they have so much potential. And look, next year, analysts are estimating a almost 40% growth, which is amazing news for the company. I can't wait to see what happens to them. And Tesla's a huge company, a revolutionary company. They're recreating the whole auto industry. The electric vehicle market's gonna start dominating and everyone's gonna be shifting towards that. It's already been happening. So Tesla's a huge factor, and the fact that their stock went up 8% yesterday, we'll see what happens today. I think it'll probably go up a bit more, and we'll see what happens in the next couple of months with the stock. It's kind of cool to see a company like Tesla that went from almost minus $2 billion in net income to now only minus 144 million. I know it sounds like a lot, but to go from that amount to the amount they are at today, it's kind of crazy to see where they've come from, and we'll see where they end up going. I think it's going to be a massive company in the future, and we'll see what happens. And hopefully a lot of you that had money in Tesla stock made a killing, made a bunch of money. And share your profits in the comments down below, like the video. And if you guys want, hit that subscribe button down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. What are your thoughts about Tesla? I'd love to know. Ciao, guys.